Bows and arrows were amongst the most loved weapons of the warriors. In Hindu mythology, the capabilities of different celestial bows are mentioned in ancient scripture. They were created for a specific purpose by its creator, a true devotee and an exceptional warrior truly capable of using these bows. Mere position of these bows made the warrior stand out amongst the enemy. A simple thorn shot from these celestial bows had enormous power to destroy even the greatest warrior of the enemy. History of Gandiva. The Gandiva is really powerful bow made by Brahma. During the Mahabharata, it was owned by Arjuna and it made him really strong. A long time ago, Brahma made this bow with his power of creation. The purpose behind this bow was to destroy the wicked and unjust. Brahma kept the bow with himself for 1,000 years. After that, he gave the bow to the one of the Prajapati for another 1,000 years. Prajapati then handed the bow to Indra, who used for 3,585 years. Next, Chandra got it from Indra and used it for 500 years. Varuna then came in the possession of the bow. He used it for 100 years and then gave it to Arjuna, who used it for 65 years. Arjuna then returned it to Varuna. The Gandiva was made by Brahma and it could be used to 1 lakh enemies at a time. But how Arjuna came into the possession of Gandiva? There was a king by the name of Swatiki who was known for performing very long yagna. His priest assisted him for a long time until they became frail. Once Swatiki desired to conduct a 100 years long yagna. His priest, tired from the hardship done earlier, pretended to be angry and told the king to approach Rudra for help. Swatiki was disappointed, but he anyway meditated upon Lord Rudra for a while in the range of Kailash. Finally, Lord Shiva appeased with the Swatiki and agreed to help Swatiki under the condition that king should first lead a life of brahmachari for 12 years and he should continue to pour ghee into sacrificial fire without intermission for the whole period. Swatiki did as advised and Lord Shiva appointed Durvasa as his priest who officiated the grand 100-year-long yagna. Swatiki, due to his virtuous nature, later ascended to the heavens. Now this created a problem for Lord Agni, who developed indigestion because of ghee feeding into fire for 12 years. So Lord Brahma advised him to burn Khandava forest. This will cure his indigestion. Agni tried to burn the forest but failed as many as time but could not burn the Khandava forest. Agni again asked Brahma for help, who advised him to approach Nar and Narayana, who were on the earth in form of Arjuna and Krishna. Agni approached Arjuna and Krishna, who were living in the woods in the vicinity of the Yamuna. In exchange for their help, Agni requested for Varuna to give Krishna the mesh by the name Kaumudki and the disc Chakrayudh that had a pole attached to it in the center. Varuna also offered Arjuna the bow Gandiva, 2 inexhaustible quivers and a chariot made by Vishwakarma that had Hanuman in its banner. This was the chariot in which Soma had earlier vanquished the Danvaj. Now, according to Virat Parv, Goharan Parv, Vrianhala said to Rudra, embellished with gold, this Gandiva, the highest and largest of all weapons, belonged to Arjuna, alone equal unto 100,000 weapons, and always capable of extending the confines of kingdom. It is with this that Parth vanquished in battle both man and celestials, worshipped ever by the gods, the Danvaj and Gandharvaj, and variegated with excellent colors. This large and smooth bow is without a knot or a stain anywhere. Shiva, according to Parva, Vrianhala said, Shiva held it for 1,000 years, after Prajapati held it for 503 years, after that Sakra for 580 years, and then Soma held it for 500 years, and after that Varuna held it for 100 years, and finally Partha. The bow was a double curve with great proportion and tremendous weight. It had 108 strings, and one of them was celestial, which could not be broken or cut. Whether an arrow was fired, the strings were made loud thunderous sounds that filled the enemy with dread. The bow glowed bright during battle and was difficult to look at. It had the capability to enhance the strength of an arrow by many times. A skilled archer like Arjuna, when equipped with a bow like Gandiva, was almost invincible.